Alrighty. Hello, everybody. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever cut it this close for the start of a stream. Between you guys and me, I have a family member who took a bad fall, and is in the hospital, and I got a call literally so it's 7 o'clock my time. I got a call at 6:50. What was it? 6:56. And they were trying to give me the whole like rundown, and check in, and it was very sweet. But I was like, bro, I gotta go. I got this thing I gotta do, and it's hard to explain, like, yeah, I'm doing a live stream with my writer friends, but here we are. We made it. We survived. So that being said, thank you guys for tolerating the 7:01 prompt start time. Oh, we love to see it, Natalie. We love to see it. Cody is also sat and ready. What a pair of productive patties you are. Yes, we are both sat and both ready. Oh my gosh, gold stars all around, friends. I love having you guys in the chat. Alex says, howdy friends, hope everyone had a great weekend. Gentle reminder to make sure your chat is in live mode. Yes, that is a great reminder. Make sure to check that toggle at the top of your chat screen. Ian, hello Ian. Margot said, hello, about to head out from work, but excited to jump in once I'm home. That sounds like a great plan, Margot. We look forward to your prompt return and wish you a safe journey home. Hi, Beth. Welcome in. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Donna. Oh my gosh, so many friends in the chat. Hi, Jackie. Jackie said, I wanted to tell everyone oh, I'm sorry, Jackie. Hi, Jen. My computer keeps freezing on me. Oh no. All looks okay on my end. Hopefully that's not an issue on my end, but everything looks good on my end, I believe. Hi, Bree. Bree said, hello, everyone. I almost forgot about this. I got a new game called Cat Mail Co. Cat Mail Co. Interesting. What is that about? I'm going to have to Google that on a sprint. Girls gotta get to work. Yes, that is the right energy to be bringing into the sprints this evening, Natalie. I had to, last night I was struggling and I needed to get a sprint in, and Natalie came through for me with a late night sprint, and it was much appreciated, and I made some good progress. So big shout out to Natalie. Hello, Heather. Jen said, I hope it's not too serious, sending healing. Oh yeah, no, I mean, it was fixed. Surgery was had, all good things, coming from it. So nothing too serious. I wouldn't say. Hi, Jordan. Welcome in. Hi, Suzanne. So good to have you here. Cody says, going to be continuing this first draft. Currently a little over 5,000 words in already, Cody. Wow. Cody's drafting a really cool project, guys. I don't know if you've talked about it in a video yet, Cody, but Cody has talked about it in his live streams. And also, Cody, I have to mention, I've been live streaming for like a hot minute now, okay? Pretty regularly for like a year and a half. Cody did something, was it this past weekend? It feels like it was a while ago, but I don't think it was. I think it was this past weekend. But that puts me to shame, okay? If you haven't watched or checked out Cody's channel, it's at Cody the Writer. You definitely need to check it out. He streamed for I don't think it was unobstructed. Like, I think there were small increments of time, here and there where he took breaks, but it was like a day and a half of streaming. It was insane. And I cannot commend him enough for that, because I do some pretty hefty sprints over here. The longest singular sprint being a 3-hour sprint. I cannot imagine streaming for like a day and a half. I would never survive. So definitely need to give him props. 10,000%. Hi, Day. So good to see you. Yes, Cody is killing it. Honestly, Cody's always killing it. But that was a really cool, really, I guess, almost like a sprint or live stream marathon that he did. And Natalie was on one of the sprints with him too. So if you haven't watched it, you should definitely add it to your watch later and use it for a future productivity session. Bree said, yeah, you're a cat and you handle packages like postage and stamps and organize it. Then other cats come looking for their mail. Interesting. I mean, it sounds very kind of relaxing. Lynn, hi, Lynn. Another creator that we have to mention. So Lynn, all of you know this, okay? But Lynn has her first debut novel, Moth's Blood, coming out October 13th, I think. I'm going to be a total dork right now and pull it up on my Notion. I literally marked the date, like, when it first came out. Let me see here real quick. She'll probably put it in there before I can find it. But yeah, October 13th. So just saying, be on the lookout for that. Mark it on your own calendars if you haven't already. It's going to be dabomb.com, I'm pretty sure. Suzanne said, currently filling out preschool forms. Oh my gosh, but hope to work on my Halloween collection of short stories and poems to release soon. Ooh, Halloween collection. That sounds so cool. That sounds like such a vibe. Very exciting, Suzanne. Natalie is going to be working on chapter 29 of Project A and is hoping to finish this one on the stream. I have faith you totally will, Natalie. I am manifesting that for you. I see that happening for you 100%. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jackie. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Let's see. Lynn is revising chapter 4 of her gothic adult fantasy. That's so exciting. Oh, is this Project Crypts, Lynn? I've heard some good things through the grapevine. Just saying. I've heard that I'm going to be a fan. So I'm super pumped. Yes, definitely sending healing vibes your way, Jackie. Cody said it was 10 hours across Friday and Saturday. I would literally disintegrate. I was deluded. I remember I popped in on the Saturday morning portion and I was like, how are you still alive? And you held up this big water bottle of coffee and you were like, this much of it is coffee and that's how I'm surviving. You had like coffee and also Cody shared a really cool tip of mixing in like a protein drink with his coffee. And I was like, that is genius, because I always get like super jittery from coffee and get like my stomach gets upset and everything. And I bet the protein shake combats that really well. And I'm totally going to steal that and use that in future. Yes, Cody is a total rock star. You could say that Cody slays. 110% Cody slays all day. Listen, this is the TTWG energy, you know. We all come here for the mutual, you know, uplifting and praise. You know, we love it. We love it. Hello, Lizzie. Good to see you. I was literally just hanging out with my writing buddies. It's the best. I gotta tell you, it's so funny. When I started doing YouTube and initially I was trying to do videos, I was like not planning to make friends at all. And it's been really cool to just happen to kind of fall into making some friends. It's been really special and really nice. But I never thought that writing would not be like a solitary thing. And once you find your tribe, you know, I think it's really special. Yes, everyone pre-order Moth's Blood. Yes, 100%. Margot said, okay, so you guys want some home. Have a great first sprint. Will do, Margot. It is a national holiday. It really should be. It really should be. Of course, Lynn. Of course, of course. Hi, Cece. Welcome, welcome. All right, now, oh, no worries, is you're not too late. It's all good. Hi, tired mama. Welcome in. Oh, little heavens, that's on my TBR. The very bare bones of it is, yeah, cyberpunk reimagining of The Great Gatsby. Yes, I've heard great things about it. Definitely one worth checking out. Gonna start outlining book 2 in my Appalachian light horror series. Ooh, that sounds intriguing. I have watched some, like, I don't know if you would call them documentaries or like conspiracy theory videos. I don't know what you would designate them as, but I've definitely watched a few things about the Appalachian Mountains and some of the crazy stuff that happens there, or that people think happened there. Oh, so recommended by Natalie Jane Shields. That's always a good endorsement. Again, that was for Local Heavens, right? Yeah, Local Heavens by Cam Fajardo, which that's Chris, right? Who's also a YouTube creator. Definitely check her out if you haven't already. Bree said, I have no plans for tonight. Might read, might write, might just play games, nothing serious. Nice. Hey, we're here for whatever. And I've told you, I think that self-care counts as productivity. Carolyn says, just surpassed 10K words on my witch book. Gonna keep it rolling this stream. Nice. Okay, well, you hit the 10K milestone, so you guys know what that means. Okay, Natalie, don't be trying to, like, make me cry on stream now or anything crazy like that, all right? Don't be doing that. She said, Evelyn, you didn't fall into having friends. You shared your awesome personality and we came running. I, like, don't even know what to say to that because I was so caught off guard by how sweet that was, Natalie. I'm gonna need to process that for the next, like, 10 business days, and then I'll get back to you in the group chat with a thank you, finally. Local Heavens is amazing. It is, like, high on my TBR. I have watched Chris's, like, content since before I started making YouTube videos. And I remember when she, like, held it up and showed the cover, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane. And I love The Great Gatsby. I love The Great Gatsby. That is my SHIT. So I am super pumped to read it. Let's see. Cece said, I'm nearing 50K on my Project Reaper novel. And isn't there two? Well, never mind. I'm not going to keep going on about it. Not going to keep going on about it. Definitely check out Chris's channel if you want to know more about it, but it looks really cool. Cece said, I'm nearing 50K on my Project Reaper novel. I've been on a writing craze since I started my staycation from work. That's awesome to hear, Cece. 50K is a huge milestone. That's a big deal. That's awesome. Yes, we have to do a dance party for Carolyn. Jordan is working on 2 in-progress chapters I have in my witchy dark academia fantasy that I'm hoping to close out tonight. Ooh, that sounds so cool. Witchy dark academia fantasy. That is my vibe for sure. Okay, now I could keep talking with you guys for a long time, but we do have to get to a sprint. So I'm going to take us over to the wheel and catch up on these last couple comments while we're putting our guesses in the chat. So y'all know the drill. Go ahead and take about the next 5 seconds or so to drop your guess in the chat as to which increment of time you think the wheel will land on. If anybody hits the nail on the head, we will spam the chat with gold stars in their honor, and I'll fetch them a nice little trophy over on the main screen as well. I know, I did hear about Dolly Parton passing away. She will be dearly missed. My late cat, Dolly, was named after Dolly Parton. I'm a big Dolly Parton fan. And she had a charity that was really, I forget the name of it, but she really worked hard to make sure that children always had access to books. So she definitely ties in with our community here. And the world is definitely a little bit darker without her already. Yeah, we will always love her. 100%. I thought of you, Cody, how you recently went to Dollywood. I was like, man, he timed that like perfectly. Tired Mama said a champion of books. Yeah, great program that sent free books to young kids. Yeah. Very impactful, positive human being. All right. We're going to take a first spin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, 30. That's like a perfect warm-up sprint. Let's see if anybody got it. I'm seeing a lot of 40s. A lot of y'all wanted 40s. Is got it. Tired Mama got it. Okay, so Is and Tired Mama. All right, y'all know what to do. This one goes out to Is and Tired Mama. Very nicely done to both Is and Tired Mama. This is a nice approach. I like it. Insert star emojis here. They do take a while to queue up. Yes. We love all the love in the chat. Okay, now I do have 30 minutes queued up. I do want to just put a little disclaimer out there that on the first sprint, I'm actually going to be working on something on my desk, like looking down. But then I'll be back to the screen, so you'll see me working over here. All right, just know I'm still working, just doing something by hand on my desk. All right, that being said, oh, and can we do a quick dance party for Carolyn for hitting 10K? Everyone queue up your emojis. We're going to knock this out real quick and then we'll start our sprint. As always, I feel cosmically, I can tell if you leave me hanging and don't dance with me. So don't do it. Dance with me. All right, this one goes out to Carolyn for hitting her 10K milestone. If you're new to the stream and not familiar with this format, anytime someone hits a 10K milestone, we do a dance party in their honor. So, also, welcome in Miley. Oh, so good to see you, Miley. We miss you. Oh my goodness. Okay, ready? Here we go. This one's for you, Carolyn. Very nice, very nice. Whoop, whoop. Natalie has found her designated shortcut. I can tell. She's found what works for her, and I appreciate it. I respect it. Oh my goodness, all the wonderful emojis. Yeah, Miley does twerking crickets. That's Miley's fave for the milestone celebration. Hi, Radiantly Mars! Welcome, welcome! No worries, Miley. No worries at all. I'm glad you respect it, Lynn, because it is a little cringe, but you know what? We have a good time over here. We have a good time, you know? It's a bit out there, but at least I feel like y'all know what to expect when you come on this channel now. You know, nobody was surprised by that, I'm sure. Oh my gosh. All right. Listen, I think twerking crickets could be a thing. I thrive on cringe. Listen, I'm glad to hear it because there's more to come, man. We got the writers COVEN coming up, and I have an idea for a theme, and I'm like, I don't know how it would go over, but I feel like, you know, because I feel like it might be cringe even for me, but I don't know. I feel like your guys' cringe barometer is you probably have quite a high tolerance, like Lynn is saying, you know. I think a lot of you could probably tolerate quite a bit of cringe. So, you know, there's more to come. Don't you worry. A Miley Stone. Oh, that'd be cool. A Miley Stone. That would be pretty dope, Cody. I like that idea. All right. Anyways, I have procrastinated enough. We have 30 minutes on the clock. I'll see you guys on the other side of 30. Here we go. right, and just like that, we are back, everybody. Hi, Christina. Yes, he was, gosh, all up in my biz. Hello, welcome in. Natansh, did I say that right? Natansh. I'm doing well. How are you? Margot's home and back in the chat. Happy to see it. Lynn revised 659 words. Holy smokes. In a 30? That's awesome. That's incredible, Lynn. Alex got 479 written. Great work, Alex. Man, I usually need a warm up. I feel like you guys hit the ground running. Bree said, just barely started writing my Japanese, but I did read more of my book. Ooh, exciting. Writing in Japanese. That sounds really cool. I think you told me about this before, actually, about you writing in Japanese. Now I'm remembering. I think you've done this before, but I could be wrong. Iz says, I finished dishes and hoping to get some writing done next sprint. Nice. I'm going to be also switching over to my actual doc here on the next sprint. Christina said, I read like 2 pages of a book on that few minutes left. Hey, we'll take it. Natalie wrote 592 words, locked in, clocked in. Yes, you did. 592. God, you guys, yeah, some of y'all do not need the warm up. You did not come to play. Felicity! I haven't seen you in a hot minute, girlfriend. Where you been? Missed ya? Oh, so good to see you. Cody said mostly ate dinner and got back into the scene. A nice 140 to warm up. Okay, see, Cody and I are on the same pace. You know, we need the warm up. We need the warm up. Miley said, I got the groceries put away and now I'm lounging outside. I'm going to use the last bit of daylight to garden while y'all gab. Oh, that sounds so dreamy, Miley, actually. Are you planting anything or are you just like maintaining the garden? I'm curious. Tired Mama got 680 words. Wow. Savannah crocheted and made tea. Nice. Oh, and I'm also going to keep us on track here because that was only a 30. I would say we've been yapping for about a minute. So we will do 4 more minutes of yapping before we get back into it. That's so cool. I feel like so many people in the chat like crochet and knit and stuff. It's really neat to see. Also, what kind of tea, Savannah? This seems to be a hot topic of discussion in this chat. Hi, Faye! Good to see you. Jen wrote zip. Dealt with insubordinate laptop. I only have thousands of tabs open. Don't see the issue. Jen, did you finish Outer Banks yet? Curious. Day said, I finished a chapter and I'm just shy of 1,500 for the day. Gonna switch to reading or TV. Not sure which till I go to bed. Yeah, you deserve a little break, Day. Wow, 1,500 for the day. That's incredible. Annie is trying to get through this project block, wrote a snippet, and maybe got an idea for a subplot? Question mark, question mark, question mark? That sounds promising. Felicity revised 809 words that sprint. That's awesome, Felicity. Ian said, I'm beta reading, so nothing written, but I'm pretty sure the author made a whole video yelling at me about my notes on the first part she sent me, so that's fun. Oh, I don't think so, Ian. I doubt it. Felicity said, sorry, it's been a while, been in England for the summer. Oh, that's cool, though. That's fun. You know who else was over that way recently was Andrea Severson, another author tuber. She made a bunch of vlogs kind of like following her trip. They look pretty dope. And also, I was just being like funny when I was like, where are you been and everything. I don't want you to ever feel like I was like, Felicity, where were you? You know, you guys know this is just a safe place for you to land whenever. Heather said, I played with my work, considering some changes, so I really didn't make any progress, but very necessary. Sometimes you have to sit with something for a minute. Like literally yesterday when I had that sprint with Natalie, the thing I was working on was trying to figure out, I was learning about, hold on, let me find what this was even called. because you guys will laugh. Okay, I was researching elevator systems that could exist in the Academy design that I have. So I was researching, okay, they're called Blair multi-rope system, a double drum hoist or multi-rope drum hoist. And I was trying to research how much wall space was needed for the guide rails. Because fun fact, elevators have to be connected to a wall, at least on one side. And then I was trying to figure out exactly how many feet of wall space I need for the elevator to connect to then be able to travel, you know, safely, so that nobody who knows about elevators will read my book and go, how did those exist there? You know? And so sometimes it's not necessarily like I didn't add any words. There was no progress that was like quantifiable, but I did make progress on what I needed to make progress on, you know? So progress doesn't always come down to word count. Miley said, just watering and some weeding today, maybe more. I have to make my inspection rounds first. Ooh. Miley runs a tight ship. We love to see it. Miley, I bet you're so good at gardening, actually, because you're like so empathetic and like so gentle natured. I feel like that fits you so well. Kind of tea is definitely an important detail, 100%. Jen said, yes, finished. I was like, don't you dare. I thought it was going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I thought there was a chance, but I like how they ended it. Miley said, I've done a lot of garden work this week already. I've gotten a lot of new plants, plus potting some rooted snips from my other plants, and soon I'll be tilling a new veg plot. Ooh, that's exciting, Miley. That's very cool. Gardening is hard work. It really is a lot of hard work. You've got to really be on top of it. I did finish it, Jen. I did finish it. But yeah, so that's really cool that you're so on top of it, Miley. Natalie, so Evelyn, what are you working on? Okay. You know, I can even get y'all's opinion on this a little bit. I'm not going to talk about it long, but basically, so I have this whole, you guys know, this is my revision doc. Okay. It like goes and goes and goes. I've got several different tabs and I've got things color coded based on urgency and different things. One of the plot points that I continue to struggle with, well, it's not even a plot point. One of the aspects that I continue to struggle with is I want a call and response between the trainees and the captains at the academy that I'm at. And I am really having a hard time like settling on the phrase for the call and response. And you might say like, Evelyn, you're just doing your draft 2. You don't need to know all these details. But I want to know the details. Like, I want to outsmart the system. I don't think it's possible, and I think I'm going to learn the hard way. But I'm fully convinced that between my like 200 something notes, if I can address all of them and just tackle it just the right way with just the right outline that I've like already revised and everything, right? Like if I can do it all just right, the second draft will be really solid. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Mahesh. Thank you. Welcome. But I'm hoping that like, if I can do it just right, my second draft will be super solid, because my second draft, I want to send beta readers either my second or third draft, but I really want this second draft to be like super solid developmentally. And, so there's just little details like that I'm having a hard time, like fine tuning, you know? So one of the things is going to be the call and response. I want to sit and like really try and think on that and figure that out. And I don't even know if I'll finish it in one sprint, but I'm going to really try. Okay. Now we are at the end of our time. I do keep that timer there for accountability's sake. So what I'm going to do is I'm seeing some last lines over here. I'm seeing some wonderful things. I am going to rapid fire. If I skip you or move fast, please do not let it hurt your feelings. Okay. And I say that as someone who, like, when I was first watching streams, it was hard to tell if it was like personal or not if you got skipped over, which it never is. I now know it never is, but I just want to make sure you guys know Nothing personal if I skip over you. I just gotta like zip through these real quick. Okay. Cody's last line. Sandy beaches, lush jungles, and at the heart, the sharp peak of a mountain pierces through a cerulean sky. Oh my God, the cerulean is giving me Devil Wears Prada in the best way, I just have to say. And wow, I love the lush jungles portion of that. It's very vivid. I'm able to picture it so clearly. Wow. Really pretty, Cody. Thank you for sharing. Big Harry Potter fan. The tea was a Hufflepuff theme. Oh, but I'm pretty sure it was herbal. Okay, nice. Felicity said, oh, don't worry. I didn't think you were telling me off. I like to like make sure people know. I figured you knew, Felicity. You're pretty like, you know, but I just wanted to make sure because I would never want anyone to feel like I was sassing them or anything, you know. Bree said, yeah, I wrote over 2K in 2 hours, so I needed a break. So no main story for me. Totally makes sense. Totally fair. Natalie's last line. Something's off. LOL. That's it. You know what? That sentence, though, it is a thinker. You know, what could possibly be off? There's so many possibilities, you know? So I love it. Hey, I have ADHD and I feel like cursed what to do. I can't focus even if I wanted to. Hang here. Do the sprints with us. They are to help combat that. We are happy to have you, Raina. Oh, Jen shared a last line. Oh yeah, didn't write it. That was funny, Jen. Oh, the teeny things we deep dive into research when we write. I know, dude. It's a long list. I feel like I've gotten sidetracked big time. Well, now I want a cup of tea. Felicity's last line. It was all wrong. Ooh, that's a good last line too. Well, I won't be tilling. I've delegated that job to 2 lesbians and a bisexual. I'm too disabled for that shit. Bobby, you crack me up always and forever. Christina said, I in fact will say, Evelyn, you're just doing a draft too. You don't need to know all the details. I told you I knew that, Christina. How dare you speak the truth? No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you guys are here to kind of bring me back down to earth. Yes, I would definitely say you don't need that yet, Evelyn. What is the vibe? Like a school chant or a camp chant? It's more of like a, I hate to use the term military, but I feel like I guess that would be the closest thing I could say without like, spoiling anything. So think kind of military. It's more like a call to attention, you know, but I also want it to have this underlying kind of bonding, sentimental tone to it. So, and I only want it to be like 4 words. I want it to be short. Like the captain says 2 words and then the trainees say 2 words back kind of thing. And like I said, more of like a call to attention in a room or something, you know, at the start of a drill or start of an exercise. So it's tricky. Hi, Ron. This is me knowing draft 2 is a complete right. I want to outsmart it. I want to do it right. Or is it like a military left, right? Because you didn't say they're like that kind of school, like an academy. No, you're right, Christina. It's definitely more military. But this is genuinely just like a call to attention kind of thing. I can see why you would think about that too, like the chants while running or something. But no, this is a short, quick one. Carolyn said, work on what makes you joyful, but perfection is the enemy of done. That is true. Said with love, it also pointed directly back at me. No, it is. I know it is. I've got to get past it. It could be something like, as blank roars, the response could be, then we strike or something. Yeah. So right now what I have, I'll even tell you guys what I have right now, because, you know, this is like the writing group. So I'm just going to say it. Okay. So a big facet of the academy, or something that like is a common, I don't know, I guess you could say kind of a symbol within the academy, is a forge. Okay. So like, picture, if you don't know what a forge is, it's kind of like what they use to make, you know, to do like, you know, when someone does glass blowing, it's like the fireplace kind of that they stick the glass into. Also, like, I know a lot of people use it for like jewelry making and like altering metal and like that kind of stuff. And so a forge is pretty central to it. So right now the front runner is born strong, forged stronger, but I don't love that. And unfortunately, I think the word that is causing the problem is actually the word forged. Because if you say it, like, I know y'all are at home right now, but say it out loud to yourself. It sounds like you're saying like a 3-syllable word or something. Like, it just takes forever to get off the tongue. And I think it's the problem. And so I think I need to change my kind of like premise for it, or like theme for it a little bit. Because I had some that were like forged by fire and then a different response and things. But I think the forged word is the problem, but maybe I'm overthinking it. Anyways, oh girl, I'm still using a code word for something really important to the story because I can't decide what word to use. Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe I'm being way too hard on this draft. There's a cerulean, yes, cerulean in the same house too. Oh my gosh. And then isn't there a book called like, also, by the way, if you haven't heard, Cody has a book coming out later this year. You should definitely actually check out his Instagram, which I think is also at Cody the Writer. He's putting out some really cool content over there for the same house. But isn't there a book too that's like The House by the Cerulean Sea or something, or The Castle by the Cerulean Sea? I have that on my TBR too. For one, for all, but in a fun language. Listen, man, if I start coming up with languages, this book will never be done. Ever. But I do like that idea, for one, for all. For Frodo! Yes. All right, we're going over to the wheel because I have put us off too long. Far too long. What about going with forging or flow? For flow. Forging, actually. I hadn't thought about that. See, this is why I needed to confide in the writing group. I'm gonna, yeah, keep that in mind, Margot. Thank you for sharing. Forge or fry? Yeah. I guess if I just said forge. Yeah, that could be an option too. Thanks, guys. See, this is what I mean by I'm just too hyper-focused that I'm missing out on. I should have been able to think of that. The House in the Cerulean Sea. Yes, that's what it was. Okay, forge made, iron willed. Okay. I do like forge made, not gonna lie. Wrought instead of forged, 1 syllable. Okay, hold on. You guys are cooking in this chat. Also, I see that you all are already doing it, but be sure to drop your guess in the chat if you haven't already and you would like to. I'm just writing these down because I am going to revisit this on this next sprint. Okay. Thank you guys for helping with that, because I have been struggling with this for, like, no joke, over a month. Maybe a forge synonym. I thought about it. There's kind of a reason I'm trying to use forge, particularly. Large or fall. Ooh, those are good too. Yeah, that is better. Okay. Yes, thank you guys so much for your help with that, genuinely. Okay, here we go. Going for a spin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, wait. Let me turn on the clicks. There we go. Okay, I guess we're destined for short ones tonight. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. After this 20-minute sprint, we are literally doing, because we yapped way too much. We're going to do the 20. We're going to do a... Prepare yourselves. We are going to do a 1-minute break. Okay? 1-minute break. No, you know what? We'll do 2 minutes. I'm not that cruel. We'll do a 2-minute break to yap, and then we're doing the next one. Okay? So prepare yourselves. Have your last slides ready, progress ready to hit send at the end of the sprint, because your girl ain't playing. I did not hold us accountable this time around, but I will going forward. Now let's see. I don't think anybody got 20. We had Carolyn was close with 25. but not quite. All right. Oh, ignore the alert. My bee friends. Okay. All right. 15, but yeah. No. All right. Ready, set, go. All right, everyone. You were warned. You have 2 minutes to drop your progress or a last line in the chat. Rapid fire begins now. That sprint went well for me. I will say I did decide, I think, on a call and response. Let me see if I can find it. I solved a couple other points too that I was still trying to figure out, but I think I'm going to go with Forge Made, Forever Bound. So whoever came up with the Forge Made, which I think might have been Alex, thank you. I'm definitely going to run with it. Forge Made, Forever Bound. And then if I decide to change it later, I can. But I solved a couple other big points too. All right, now over to y'all. Before we go to the wheel, we're running a tight ship this time around. Okay, Miley has tied up her tomatoes. Is got about 200 words that sprint. Nice. Alex got 354. Nice, Alex. Bree says I've gotten as far as 4 poems in Japanese, and my spacing for characters is improving. Oh, you're actually writing it out. That's exciting. That's very cool. A line. Those who mourn them, Mavrin stave. So hard. I do not know how to talk. Hold on. Those who mourn them, Mavrin's statement cuts through my thoughts, or those who need the strength to defend others when they cannot. T. Great line, Alex. Thank you for sharing. Carolyn is at 1,030 words for the day. Holy smokes. Margot started making dinner. Nice. Christina finished reading a chapter. Okay, that's it. Nice. Walter. We're on a tight time frame here, and don't walk on my keyboard. That won't go well here. You're trying to get to your food. There you go. Okay, I had to escort him with the police sirens, just to keep it moving. Okay, Cody got another 200 words. Woohoo! Last line. Ethan's breath hitched as he read the name. Oh, now I want to know what the name was. You can't do me like that, Cody. Okay, it shared a last line. She shudders against me as she pulls back to look at my face, eyes wide in horror. What happened to your back? Oh my god, you guys are... Okay, you picked the 2-minute break that's already lapsed to give me all the, suspenseful last lines. What the heck? Lynn got 1,182 this time. You are not human. It's incredible. Jen got not many words, but started a new chapter. That's my thing now. Every sprint is a new chapter. Oh, I like that, though. Ron just listened to music. That's a fun time. Ian did beta reading. Nice. Snaps for Evelyn. Thank you. Snaps are much appreciated. Felicity ate a snack and added 182 words. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's all, thanks to you guys that I was able to figure that out. I've genuinely been stuck on it for months. Okay. Natalie got 430 words and shared the last line. There are an absurd amount of pillows. You know what? Sounds like my kind of thing. I have 12 pillows on my bed at all times. So love that. Okay. I think this is the last line from Lynn. When the moonlight angled through the curtains like a cleaver through ligament, she slid from the sleepless mound of her bed. Lynn, Jesus. I don't even have time to gush about that the way I want to. Of course, you guys are doing this to me on the 2-minute sprint. It's like a freaking painting with words. I can't. Okay, lovely chat. Thank you. Genuinely, all props to you guys. Savannah came up with a whole new story idea, and it will become my whole personality for the next few months. We love to hear it. We love a new story idea. Tight Ship starts with T, and trivia also starts with T. I have it on deck. If we get a thick sprint, we will do a trivia break. But what we all want to know is how many words Walter wrote. He wrote 5,000. Right, Walter? Yeah, 5,000 on that sprint in the 20 minutes. I keep meaning to get him his own little headset so he can actually co-host with me. I think it'd be so cute. Me to all the lines. Yes, more, please. That's what I'm saying. You guys saved all the fire lines for, like, not that the lines aren't, they're always good, but my God. Okay, we're going to the wheel. Y'all drop your guesses in the chat as to which increment of time the wheel will land on while I catch up on the chat real quick. Mine is just character trauma. Oh my gosh, why is there an absurd amount of pillows? I know, I want to know. Entertain my dog and wash dishes this sprint. Oh, that's nice. I love getting the dishes done. That is such a good feeling. This is my favorite thing ever. Yeah, seriously gorgeous. Yeah, she definitely a writer. She's a writer. Always welcome. 10,000%. A painting with words is a heck of a... It really is. Of course. Okay, we got a lot of dooms in here. If we get a doom, we can definitely do some trivia on the next break. We can hit up a couple trivia questions. All right, if you haven't dropped your guess yet, I'm going to start the countdown now. Countdown to the spin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, it's not a doom, but we can do some trivia after this one. We're gonna have to be diligent about the break still. We're gonna time it. We're gonna max it at 7 minutes. So I would still say try and have your last lines or progress ready to hit send right at the end of the sprint. Just if you guys do want to fit in a couple trivia cues, you know, we have time to do so. But 50 solid. That's nothing to sneeze at. Let's see if anybody got 50. Man, Jordan was close with 55. So was Alex. I don't think anyone got 50. Pretty incredible. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, sorry about that. You know what? It's about time we had a thick one anyways. Oh, and BT dubs. I should be throwing up the hot chocolates for us. Let's see. We got 2 so far. This will be our 3rd. All right. We get a cute 50 queued up. Perf. Okay. Oh, bye, Lynn. Thanks for hanging. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Oh, nice, Cody. That's perfect. Okay. That being said, I have 50 minutes all queued up. Wish everyone the best of luck, and here we go. Okay. Sorry I did not catch the alert right when it ended that time. I was very lost in the sauce. I'm right about to finish this one point, but I'll make it, you know, I'll mark it so that I come back to it later and resume there. But I'm really close to finishing out the last few things that I need to kind of solidify. So that's pretty exciting. I did end up staring at my screen for quite a bit of that sprint, just thinking about there's something I have to decide for book one. It's a very small detail, but it won't matter as much in this book, but it'll matter for books 2 and 3 in the series. And so I need to kind of decide the fate, if you will, of a couple characters. So I was kind of just staring, contemplating that, going back and forth. Didn't quite get that totally cemented. I do have, like, I wrote out what I think should happen, but I don't know if I'm, like, fully sold yet. Anyways, let's see how you guys did. Also, sorry, Walter is rubbing his head on the mic. Walter, look alive, man. Okay. Margot made and ate dinner. Christina says, listen to my vampy playlist to get in the mood to revise this humongous party/ball scene. Ugh. And wrote about 200 words. That sounds like, honestly, such a vibe, though. Just listening to your playlist to, like, really get in that headspace before diving in. Felicity revised 492 words to finish this chapter off, then just stared at the next chapter in dread. Sounds very relatable, Felicity, honestly. Alex said, I think Alex meant to say, I want to say great work, everyone. I'm going to head out for the night. Best wishes to those who stay. Remember to take care of yourselves. Of course. Thank you so much, Alex. And thank you for hanging out. Ron is still listening to music. Nice. And Christina shared a last line. I catch her staring. Apologies. I'm still not used to looking at the ghost in your face, she says. Ooh. That was pretty good. Still not used to looking at the ghost in your face. Wow. I wonder who she's referring to. Or like what ghost she's referring to. Walter's giving his progress report. Yeah, he really is. Jen said 1,267 so far for the day. That's awesome. Very great. Very good work, Jen. Miley said, I'm getting dinner started, but gardening is done. I ended up harvesting some mint. Some mint to dry. Ooh, nice. Hey, Walter. Ron says hi. Walter says hi back. Savannah said, very productive sprint. Never knew how much better my brain focuses when I play nothing but Taylor Swift. As a Swiftie, I'm loving it. I was just listening to, as a Swiftie, you'll appreciate this. I think this was yesterday, but I was listening to the song The Black Dog. Well, I don't know if that's its technical name, but you'll know what I mean. Like, you'll know what I'm talking about. But The Black Dog. And that made it onto my playlist as like an inspo song for this project. So that tells you something, I think, if you're a Swiftie and you know the song. Yeah, Christina's killing it. Banger after banger. Exactly. Ian is still beta reading. No worries. Yes. Great music. Christina, that was yummy. And the ghost is her mother. Oh my god. This character is saying my MC looks a lot like her mom, basically. Okay, that's what I was picturing. I figured it was like, you know, her face is reminding this person of someone. Wow. It is banger after banger tonight. My goodness. No worries. It's 9:30. Okay. I know the song and oh no, yeah. It's gonna be, just saying. It's an inspo song for sure. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie, I am getting a little tired, but I wanted to do some trivia real quick for those of you that do like to partake in trivia on the breaks. And especially in honor of having Felicity in the chat tonight, I feel like, you know, we've got to do a couple trivia questions. So, suit up, crack your fingers, you know, whatever you got to do, and we'll do a couple questions, and then we'll probably, if you guys are okay with this, we'll actually probably call it for tonight after the trivia, because I am getting a little tired. I feel like I've just had a crazy week this week. I will give housekeeping real quick just before we do the trivia questions. So the only housekeeping I really have to share is that if you still want to sign up for the Writers Coven, you still have plenty of time. But if you want to sign up to participate in the Writers Coven Streamathon, the sign up sheet is linked in the description below. It's also linked on my YouTube page, like right under my in my bio on my YouTube page. It's also linked in my bio on Instagram. And I also have the playlist from last year's Streamathon linked there as well. So if you don't know what the Writers Coven is, you can find all the info there. And also, take a look at the playlist from last year's Streamathon to kind of get an idea of what it is and if you might want to participate. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of people excited for trivia, so we will get to it. Strawberry popsicles are the actual best thing ever. Oh, wow. I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, yeah. And the writer games, I was talking to Taylor about it the other day, but I'm making a change. I'm making a few changes for the next writer games, but one, I think people will enjoy it a lot. It's going to make it even more like support and fun focused and a little less, competitive. So, Writers Coven, yeah, it really is fall soon. Like, it is coming fast. Halloween costumes pending 100%. Yes, trivia. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening for you, Ian, because I'm not showing anything on my end. So, Halloween costumes pending. I just love that. All right, here we go. First question. Wow, I did not know this. Interesting. Okay. What escape artist died in 1926 after being hit in the stomach by a college student? What escape artist died in 1926 after being hit in the stomach by a college student? Just giving y'all a second to answer before I confirm or deny. The correct answer is Houdini. Well done to all that said Harry Houdini. Okay, well, you're okay. But yes, Harry Houdini is the correct answer. All right, I'm going to put you down in your little lambskin chair, okay? Because Mama's trying to do some trivia real quick. All right, next question. Okay, I don't know if anyone's going to know this, but we'll shoot our shot. What female comic book pig is named for a flower? What female comic book pig is named for a female flower? It would be pretty funny if everybody got it wrong. It'd be quite a hoot. No worries, Jen. I'm gonna give y'all a second to answer. All right, I have a feeling not many people are gonna know this one, so I'm gonna go ahead. The correct answer is Petunia. Petunia. I don't know how y'all knew that one, to be completely honest. Not a clue, broski. All right, next one. What is another name for the Celsius scale on a thermometer? What is another name for the Celsius scale on a thermometer? Yeah, I have no clue what comic it was from at all. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that last one. I'm giving y'all a minute to answer. Not gonna rush. Not gonna rush you. All right, correct answer is centigrade. Centigrade. Nicely done. All right, next one. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, I think a lot of you will get this one. Maybe everyone. How many different zodiac signs are there? How many different zodiac signs are there? All right, correct answer, 12. Looks like everybody got that one. Nicely done, guys. All right, we'll do 2 more and then we'll wrap for the night. What parts of a tree make the oxygen that people need to live? What parts of a tree make the oxygen that people need to live? And even though the question says parts, it's, yeah, referring really to one part of the tree. One kind of core part. Correct answer was leaves. The leaves create the oxygen. Nicely done, guys. You guys are really on it. Okay, we'll do one more. Oh, Annie, I love this. The little leaf with the wind above it. Okay. A lot of people will know this one too, I think. What is pulled to open a parachute in a jump without a static line? What is pulled to open a parachute in a jump without a static line? I love Christina's. Christina said, huh? And the correct answer is ripcord. Quite a few of you got that one. Yes, ripcord. Very nicely done, guys. That wasn't too bad. You guys smashed that one. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap for the night. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I feel like I actually got quite a bit done, even though we're not streaming quite as long as we normally. I usually try to go for another, at least 15 minutes, but we still got quite a bit done. It was a productive night. So I will leave you all with this. Be brave. Be a light. Remember that you are so, so loved. And I'll see y'all around the internet. Bye, guys.